Hey guys, it's Path 9 Healing here with What Are Your Guides Trying to Tell You? Pick a Pile reading. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jas. I am a divine channel and I speak with spirit to interpret collective and interpersonal energies. If you like what I do here and want to see more content, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post. I try to do about 3 videos a week. If you ever want to leave an offering or book a reading, my website as well as ways to tip are included in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. So for pile 1, we have the strawberry quartz. Strawberry quartz. It's really nice. Angelite. Nice stone for communication. Clear quartz. And carnelian. Alright, so those are the piles. I linked the timestamps in the description box so you don't have to sit and watch every pile. Just go down there and, pick your pile and it'll take you right there. Alright, just take a deep couple cleansing breaths. Tune into the energies of the crystals and pick the one that resonates with your energy the best. Alright, I'll see you soon. Okay, pile 1, if you pick this first crystal, this is your reading. Alright, let's start out with... Alright, let's start out with the overall... It looks like your guides have been trying to connect with you. Maybe you've actually been hearing a lot of what they have to say, or you've been seeing a lot of angel numbers around. It's almost like you're looking for a sign, or you're trying to or you're trying to connect with your guides. They see that. Yeah, overall, it seems like we're trying to bridge a connection, pretty much. Trying to talk. Alright, let's see. What do the guides want to tell you? Ooh. What are the guides trying to tell pile 1? What are your guides trying to tell pile 1? Sorry, my cat is just pushing stuff off the desk right now, so... Okay. All right. Okay, so the first thing that's really standing out to me is that your guides have been trying to push you in a direction, but you've been feeling stuck. So like you're trying to move toward your unconscious desires, or like you're trying to move out of your unconscious behaviors. That's what I get. So you're trying to move out of your unconscious behaviors to like be more of a vibrational match to what you're seeking in life, but you feel really stuck. Like you feel stuck in your emotions, and that you can't get out, and that you're holding on to this like wonky vibration that's not allowing you to manifest, and it's keeping you anxious, essentially. So yeah, like Queen of Cups is all about that subconscious, those subconscious desires. And and maybe like even suppressing your feelings or trying not to appear, especially next to this Knight of Pentacles, because it's like you're just trying to like skim over this part. Like you must have been through some kind of breakup or some friend group ending, or something that would have you in your feels, because this Queen of Cups is definitely like you being in your feels. And what your guides are pretty much saying is that you're like expecting to just be over it like that, when that's not exactly realistic. You're just trying to like fly over the like painful part of a breakup to like come up on the other side, and you think you're like doing things that prove that you're over it, but really like just suppressing it is forcing you to hold on to it longer, and like takes you out of your vibrational alignment toward what you're trying to manifest. So essentially, by not experiencing the pain of whatever you're going through, you're putting yourself back in this like energy of not healing. So like in order to heal, you need to experience the pain of loss. And when you come out on the other side of it, you'll see that there are opportunities and new beginnings outside of this pain. You just can't see it yet. You're just kind of trapped in this mindset of like you'll be dealing with this forever, or you'll be dealing with these negative feelings forever, or you just got to stop running away from the negative feelings and just feel them, because they're going to keep bouncing around inside your body, throwing you out of alignment every time you take like a step forward with healing. Like you're going to put yourself 2 steps back if you just ignore your feelings every time. And then it'll like well up. You'll start to like kind of just explode with emotion and be like, I have no idea why this is happening, but you do. It's because you're suppressing your emotions instead of feeling your emotions and letting them go afterward. But if you just feel them, honor them, and let them go, you'll be able to move in the direction that you truly see for yourself, which is, obtaining, new opportunities for emotional fulfillment. It's a lot of, yeah, whether it's, getting that new relationship or putting yourself in the vibration of new love or new emotional fulfillment or emotional abundance. So really, your guides want to tell you that you're standing in your own way by not feeling the like pain of whatever separation you're going through or disappointment that you had. Okay, Spirit, can I get some cards from the Spirit Oracle? I'm gonna shuffle these. These are a Spirit Oracle deck. These don't shuffle all that well. Okay. Spirit, what do the guides, what do you have to say to pile 1? Any direct messages for pile 1? Ooh. Okay. Congratulations are in order for you or your family members. Why did I was like, watch that one pop out, and I'm not even gonna know what to think of that. So, like, maybe somebody is getting engaged or married or, you know, whatever. Somebody's having a baby. And you're going through a breakup. I still give you kisses. So maybe one of your guides is a ancestor or a elder family. I get like a grandma or some kind of maternal figure. There is a divine plan in everything that happens. Okay. That feels like enough. So, so what I get is that this is like maybe a family member who has passed on, or an ancestor who guides you, but they love you. They're looking out for your family, and they're telling you that there is a divine plan in everything that happens. So, when you question why you're going through this pain, know that this is only happening for your highest good, and it's helping you release what is no longer serving you so that you can step out as your most authentic self, attract the vibrations of, like, aligning yourself with the vibrations of what you are trying to manifest. Like, this is teaching you how to focus your energy in the right way to attract the right things that don't put you into the cycle of, like, not being fulfilled, being hurt, and then unable to let go or move on, because it seems like that's a pattern. But this pattern is breaking. We're losing the self-doubt, we're losing the internal instability, we're losing the lack of self-confidence. We're actually able to get what we desire, and we're not chasing it, we're attracting it. So through all of this instability, which the universe is just testing you, to see if you really want that manifestation. It's not that you're not worthy, it's not that you don't deserve it, but you need to align your thoughts with the outcome that you are trying to exist within. And it says after that, you'll get it. Like, whatever that you were hoping for, that great love for yourself, awareness to be your best self-love. All right. So that's all I'm getting for pile 1. All right. If you guys resonated with this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you know the comments resonate, or if the reading resonated, please comment below. Tell me what you're going through. All right. Okay, if you picked pile 2, then you picked the Angelite crystal. All right, here's your reading. Quickly ask, what are your guides trying to tell you, pile 2? What are your guides trying to tell you, pile 2? All right, that I got this card for the last one. That they are trying to connect. Alright. Well, that's good. I think you're ignoring their messages, though. They've been trying to connect with you, but you're downright ignoring their messages. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's just, like, not... It's not clicking, like... You could even be, you could see all the signs, but you're like, I can't read. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know. Alright, pile 2. What do your guides have to tell you? Oh. Pile 2. Pile 2. What do your guides have to tell you? Pile 2. What do your guides have to tell you? What are you doing? Oh. Pile 2. What do your guides have to tell you? Constantly. Okay, so this is back of the deck energy, 4 of Swords reversed. And what messages am I picking up? So whatever you've been planning or waiting for, whatever you've been manifesting, I'm getting that this is like success. Like you're trying to manifest a relationship. 2 of Wands. But, like, not actively manifesting it. Like, you're stressing out about it. You're all in your head about it. It's not even, like... You're not physically moving toward it. But you're, like, mentally stressing about it. Like, you've already told the universe what you wanted. And now you keep checking back. Like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? It'll, like... You'll get it when it comes to you, essentially. Like... You have other things to do than just kind of stay in this, like, I want to say stagnant energy, because you're not aligning yourself with the manifestation, if that makes any sense. You're aligning yourself with manifesting the same exact outcome that you've been in. So how would one do that? So if you're not doing anything to better yourself, so let's say you want a person. Like, I feel like this energy really wants a person. So yeah, you want a person, but you've been put in separation with that person, which gives me like the 2 of Wands vibe. Like you're looking out, you're not with your person. You want to come towards your person, but you're being held back. So, you know, you want to come correct. You want to come with all of your emotions in a, like, you want it to make sense. You don't want to get shot down. And all of this is just like in your head, right? and you can't let go of this dream that you have that, you know, you'll be reunited with this person. But to be honest with you, what I'm looking at is codependency here, is that you can't move on without this person's validation, and you refuse to work on yourself to heal the parts of yourself that got you into the situation in the first place. So if you got what you were manifesting, would you even appreciate it? Because you didn't actually work for it. So, like, there are things that you haven't even taken care of to make room for said manifestation. Like, you haven't even cleaned up. So, like, if you have a partner and you're trying to get another partner, like, you haven't even broken up with said partner, but you're still out here disassociating from your life, doing the visualization process of the manifestation, and then wondering why nothing's coming to fruition. It's like you're only doing half the work, but like not even the hard work that is actually like, in order to get something of equal in order to get something, you need to sacrifice something of equal exchange. So if you want to get a partner and you have a partner, you need to sacrifice that partner to get the partner. It's simple alchemy. But here I have you wanting, but like in a greedy way. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, who said it? It was like, it was the girl from it was Jasmine from Jasmine's Garden. I love her, but she's like, she was like manifesting without intention, or manifesting without like, because there's an intention here, but manifesting without doing the work is going to have, oh my gosh, what did she say? You in the dirt and your ancestors' feelings hurt. Something like that. It was like, you in the dirt with your ancestors' feelings hurt. Like, I can't even really remember the entire thing. But basically, that's this. Like, if you're gonna be like not trying to do the work to co-create with the universe, that's what manifesting is. It's not just like wishing for things and then them just happening. It's your heart desiring things because you're in touch with your heart, and you know, and you're making choices with your heart because that is an intelligent space within your body, within your energetic sphere, and you want things to be in alignment, but you have to go through the like grief and the like emotional buildup from childhood essentially in order to have and like and forgive and accept and do all that necessary work to be able to actually manifest easily. Because if you're going to like, especially if you're trying to get something through manifestation and not just through like, okay, we'll see what happens, and if it happens, it happens, and you're fine either way, like, that's that detachment that manifestation requires. But because you aren't in a mental place to let go of, to detach from your desired outcome, it just shows that you have codependency issues and struggle to let go so that the universe can show you how good things can really be, even if it's you're not getting exactly what you asked for. So like, I'm sorry guys, like that download was hitting and then it just like blur, like it's like radio static, so I can like still feel it. Anyway, let me, where my cards go? Oh, here they go. you go on and killing the vibration by being weak, essentially. Like you're not staying strong to the boundaries that you set yourself, the goals that you set yourself. You literally like will trash your long-term goals for short-term satisfaction. And that is something that's hanging out in the dark side of your personality and would essentially unravel all of the wishing that you would do if you don't heal this cycle. So basically, like, you'll be in, like, you want to be in this relationship with this person, but you haven't healed your flightiness, or like your relationship with love and how you love yourself. So when you're going to be confronted with those themes again in a different way in the future, potentially with this partner that you want, you'll be unable to actually like break the cycle for yourself if you don't take the time now to actually heal and examine why you do what you do. So, you're lovable and you don't deserve pain, but like, not for nothing. Like, you can't just sit there and like expect the universe to do all the work. That's not the point. Like, yeah, you have to work for a living. Oh, it literally straight up called you a fool. Like, your lack of planning, just devil may care attitude, going into things without actually like acknowledging the work involved. And it's crazy because I don't get that you're like this as like, I get that you're a hardworking person, that you're pretty much successful in whatever you do, and like you have your eyes on the prize. But like when it comes to emotional things, emotional because there's a lot of cups here, there's a lot of wands, so it's like a very passionate um it's like a conquering energy to me. So it's not even, the energy isn't even right to manifest what you're trying to manifest, because it's about winning, and that's not unconditional love. Because like winning someone over just for the hell of it is like what you're doing. You like, it's like mind games, but you're doing it because you're unhealed and you don't know, and your unconscious patterns are coming up so you can recognize and heal them. And that's what your guys have been trying to tell you this, and stop you from being on this like self-deprecating sorry here this self-deprecating energy of like, there we go. Sorry. I gotta push this back. Oh, this does not want to blow out. Okay. Don't even, it's like, nope, we're gonna keep going through this whole reading. We don't care. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much like, sorry, I got disconnected. Where was I? Fudge. Yeah, I get that you're a hardworking person, yeah, but basically, like, emotional things are hard work too. And you can't just suppress all of these emotions and like thoughts that you're having, and just act like it's okay. Like a lot of people, gosh, like the first pile and the second pile, like first pile was like let go and you have feelings that you need to express, and then this pile is like you need to have feelings like at all. Like, okay. Like this pile is in their ego. Like this pile is, oh look at that back deck energy. This tower in reverse. I get like victim complex, like victim mindset, thinking like everything is gonna just happening to you because like the universe hates you. But the universe isn't doing this because it hates you. The universe is doing this because you're wrong and you need to learn. Like that's that's why. That's why the universe is doing this. You're wrong and you need to learn. Yeah. Oh, look. That's what I say. You wrong and you need to learn. Look at this. You don't know. You don't know things, and you walk around acting like you know everything. That you know everything that's spiritual. That like, people out who aren't you. Like, when you come up to people and they try to give you wisdom, you don't listen to them. And like that is how your guides speak to you. Your guides speak to you through other people, through the radio, through energetic vessels. And if people are energetic vessels, then God can speak through other people. So listen. Just because somebody's younger than you or doesn't have the same accolades or, isn't someone that you would quote unquote respect, like that doesn't make them a non-valid source for something you need to hear or something that you needed to experience, because certain people can come into our lives to expose toxic cycles within us that need healing. And the more you write a person off, the bigger the realization is going to be, because then you have to like come to terms with how you treated them on top of that and how that makes you feel as well, because we're realizing that feelings, that love isn't conquering something, or people aren't possessions. You can't own them. And you can't just like expect things to go the way you say they should go just because you said that. Like, people have free will. You're not as smart as you think you are, and if you thought you had somebody trapped, then you have another thing coming, because in trapping them, you only try to trap yourself. Right. Only try to trap yourself. Or you only trap yourself. You don't try to, but you only trap yourself. Like, I'm getting like this decision over who you should be with. Right. So you haven't even made space for this person that you're stressing out over. And the person in front of you is like, bruh, like, what about me? Essentially, like, I don't know. Like, I just see, like, you're very distracted. You're not speaking your truth. Yeah, you're distracted. You're not speaking your truth. You're guarded. Anytime anyone asks you how you're doing, it's like this huge thing. Like, you get really defensive when somebody tries to, like, ask what's going on in your life, and they don't even know what's going on in your life. You just feel like they're the CIA or what's the other one? Okay, somebody commented in the comments, or put it in the comments, like that government agency who, like, knows everything and censor thing. No, I can't think of it. Well, them. So you just feel like you're being surveilled, or that, like, people know what's in your heart, essentially. And it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate, and you know it's not appropriate, but you're not doing anything to fix that so that you can actually be happy later on. Like, even if, like, you don't get this person, and honestly, the way you're acting, you're not, like, just straight up, like, you're not gonna, like, this manifestation is solely dependent on you fixing yourself, like, not fixing yourself, but growing and realizing what behaviors aren't working, and everyone else is going to grow around you. Yeah, I just kind of get this vibe that everyone else is, like, growing around you and realizing, like, what their worth is, but you're, like, staying stuck just out of pure stubbornness because you think love is possession. Or codependency. And control. Like, you just, like, you feel like you've lost control of your own life. Ooh, this reading is getting too deep, honestly. Like, maybe you just feel like you've lost control. Yeah, it's for control. Completely for control. Like, this world is literally out of whack. Like, you know, you got pandemics, housing markets all over the place, gas prices all over the place. The world might end in 30 years. There might be no chocolate in 30 years. Like, I mean, like, all this stuff that we're constantly inundated with. And you just need to, like, this, I just see this, like, scared child, like, underneath this, like, mask. And, like, this devil has, like, has the heart, like, in his hands. Like, he's almost taken the like humanity out of himself, or like the love he has inside of himself, and exchanged it for control, thinking that, like, control, like, if you want to control someone's life or, like, manage someone's life, you know, that is showing that you love them. But vulnerability is the key, is, like, being open and being honest, and allowing yourself to have a broken heart. Like, that's what makes love worth it, is that you know that you're jumping off the tallest building and you could be broken into a million pieces, but you do it anyway. It requires you to get rid of your fear. It requires you to show up naked and show up as who you really are, unafraid of what anyone has to say. Being your most authentic self. All right, so after that thorough cussing out, your guides love you. They were like, we love you, just saying. You needed to know because you're not listening at all. But, and yeah, like, after you sort of heal these, like, codependency wounds and your self-worth, and knowing that you're good enough and that you don't need to control every aspect of a situation to ensure that people don't leave you. But if you can see, the more you try to control a situation, the more it repelled the person away and forced them to move away from you, because, like, magnets and repelling, but, like, with kind of like law of attraction. Sorry, this it's really hard to, like, channel without it being, like, choppy in some parts, because you're just like, what is going on? Anyway, But yeah, once you get over these like huge wounds, like you'll be able to manifest with ease. You'll be, especially your legacy, the things you see for yourself in the in the rest of your life, how you plan on building from here. Also, I just heard that when we lose everything, it's not a failure, but an opportunity to grow, to start all over, to build something brand new. Yeah. All right. Thank you, pal, too. Okay, pile 3. So you had the clear quartz. All right, let's tap into these energies. Tap in. Tapping in. Tap 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 in. All right, let's move that to the side and okay. Pile 2. So pile 3. I'm sorry, I said pile 2. Pile 3. What do your guides have to say to you? I feel like this person is like over analyzing healing. Like they're reaching for what like the world says they need, but like they're not tapping into themselves or listening to their guides. But in order to listen to your guides, you have to tap into yourself. So like you might be using white sage because the internet said to, but your ancestors want you to use frankincense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're reaching for like you're like right church or right pew wrong church. Like you're in the like your mind is in the right place, but what you need instead of external things to help bring you to this place of understanding, you need internal things. So like tarot cards, it doesn't really matter about what the tarot card is per se. Like you can do anything with tarot cards, make different types of tarot cards. Like obviously like this is this is based on a Rider Waite deck, but it has its own thing. So, you don't need anything special is what I'm saying, because they're reflections of yourself so that you can go deeper into yourself. All right. So, let's see what your guides have to tell you. Pile 3. I'm actually going to shuffle again. What does pile 3's guides have to tell them? Ooh. That was a good one. All right. What do pile 3's guides have to tell them? Okay. Could have. Okay. to come out. Hard work. I'll take this too. Okay, pile three, pile three. What do we got going on here? Healing, healing, healing. Choosing, cutting. I'm getting... starting a new journey. Okay, so... Alright, so I feel like I'm getting this energy. So you were realizing what things had to go, like what toxic behaviors inside of yourself. You were like, it's clicking. Like things were clicking. You cut off all the people who did you wrong in some way or didn't deserve your energy. You felt bad about it, but you were like, alright, this is what I gotta do. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is that like you're treating spirituality like it's a classroom or a textbook or something that you have to like ingest. But it's really an internal thing. And like the issue with social media and like capitalism, I'm gonna just say it. The issue with capitalism is that we aren't entitled to just enjoy things. Like everything has to be monetized. So like our interest in tarot is monetized. Our interest in the occult or spirituality is monetized. Everything is a means to an end. Everything is to get famous. So it's like, why are you doing this? Like, are you doing it to heal? Or are you doing it because you want people to see you heal? So, like, what are you healing? You can, like, cut off all the toxic people in your life, but if you're not aware of how you played a role in that toxic cycle, then cutting them off does nothing but validate your ego. Because you're putting yourself above someone else in the sense that, like, you did nothing wrong. So, I really feel like your guides are asking for a deeper level of commitment from you to drop everything that you learned and let go of expectations. Hey. All right. So, drop everything that you've learned and let go of expectations for what healing is supposed to look like. It is not aesthetically pleasing. Sorry. It is not aesthetically pleasing. It is not cute. It is unearthing generations old trauma and lifetimes old cycles that are coming up to heal you and the planet. And I think your guides, like, I think your guides are like really cool when it comes to not making you feel bad about forgetting your mission. But what's coming through is that you're spending so much time not working as an agent for spirit and working for yourself and not truly surrendering to the process. You think like healing is like check marks that you have to like check off in order to be a fully realized whatever to be a fully realized hood healer. Okay, so I don't even know why that just came up. So maybe like this person watches the hood healer, which I've watched her, you know. I feel like you got to use discernment, like the messages that have been meant for me that she was able to deliver to me have been uh what's the word, integral, important, thought-provoking parts of my spiritual journey, and I'm really grateful that I have been able to um hear her speak is pretty much it. But I think that you need to, like any idol or hero, or someone you want to aspire to be like, um you need to recognize that their journey is their journey, and the reason why they did certain things was because it worked for them, and there's no use fitting a square peg into a round hole. Like, just because it worked for Susie Q and Danny whoever on the internet doesn't mean that that's yours. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to see what's not for you, and just let it slide. Like, it's not personal, it's just not yours. um and I really feel like you just stress yourself out, and like, don't ooh, this is like reading for me. You just stress yourself out and you don't realize like what you know and what you have to truly uh offer the world by actually just tapping into your intuition, and truly put the work and the time in to dedicate to your craft. Like, you've been studying your whole life for this, and is locked up inside of you essentially, and you just refuse to acknowledge how connected you truly are because of the people. And imposter syndrome's a real thing, but because of the people who have achieved such great success, like the hood healer, that you don't think, and you're so used to being told by people that you your experience isn't valid, or that your experience isn't valid until you reach XYZ milestones, or until you get to a certain age or a certain place. Okay, maybe. But like, it's not like spirit decides when to allow the message through, because I know there have been times where I've said things to adults that they needed to hear, but I didn't understand. And that's because Spirit was using me as a vessel, as a divine channel, as Spirit normally does, and doesn't elaborate on the meaning of what I've just said. So, like, but the person who was intended to get said message did, and that's all that really matters. So, try not to put so much weight on what it looks like, you know what I mean, or what you look like when you're giving, when you're doing what you know how to do best. So I really feel like your guides are asking you to surrender to the universe, allow it to show you what healing really looks like, instead of you like just scraping the surface of it. um and also know that it's daily choices that allow us to form the life that we want. Like, manifestation is actually done in the everyday. So like, we want to be fit, we want to manifest a good body. Well, we're going to eat leafy greens and make sure we have enough protein and drink enough water. Speaking of water, yeah, so we're gonna make choices that help to add to our life rather than detract from our life, to add to the goals that we want to see manifest into our lives. We need to affirm those, remember them, and act on it. but I think we need to unlearn society's definition of worthy and step into spirit and step into our free spirit in this, and step into our intuition and step into this. Like, what would you do if you knew you wouldn't fail kind of energy? Here, let me see. What does pile three's guides want to tell them? Okay. I'm really getting that there's some like heart chakra issues. Trusting. Yeah, you just struggle to trust that the universe will actually give you what you're desiring. Like, you're so tired of being disappointed, and you're so tired of like having to watch over your own back, or like, people not doing what they say they're going to do, or maybe that's what you're healing from. You're healing your heart. I get this anxiety. Always thinking that like the other shoe is gonna drop, or that like you're like that abundance isn't coming. That's what it is. Like, you have to get out of the mindset that abundance isn't coming. Because like you ruminate on this like negativity for far too long, and that's what you end up manifesting, because you spent more time visualizing what wasn't going to go right, that you end up manifesting what isn't going to go right, because that's what you're focusing on. You couldn't, like, yeah, there's always something you wish you could have done better, but it's the one dot of negativity and the like massive positive things that probably happened at that moment that you failed to recognize. But because your mindset was like this, you couldn't recognize the good in the situation, or like, what good comes of potentially bad situations, or the fact that this negative event that triggered all of this healing in the first place, like, you're not healing just to stunt on people. Oh, goodness. So you kind of think that, like, you're just healing to, like, stunt on people, like, so you can, like, flick your hair and walk past them and be like, yeah, look how amazing I've become. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's great. And, like, you have a right to, I guess, flick your hair in somebody's son's face, or somebody's daughter's face, whatever, or, say, talk to the hand, I'm too good for you now. But, like, I think at the end of this, you're more or less going to feel like, thank you for helping me get out of this cycle. Like, you're more like, thank you for helping me realize my worth. Namaste. Than anything. And it's not saying that you don't deserve to be mad, but like, through healing, you're able to express your anger and work through your anger, and honor your anger, because your anger, I think a lot of women especially are uncomfortable with expressing anger, because they're told like that's not ladylike, or that men don't like angry women, or that, angry is associated with the other. Like, you hear a stereotype that like angry black women. Well, black women have every right to be angry, but they turn the stereotype around, or they turn it around, make it a stereotype So it invalidates their anger because she's just another angry black woman. That's unfair. So a lot of black women go out of their way not to show anger. And what does that do? Just suppresses it in their body and gives them liver problems. Versus, Billy Bob, who's allowed to just go around and be angry and just be a boss, where women and women of color are not allowed, or people of color and women are not allowed to show negative emotions, especially powerful negative emotions. So that should show you how powerful your voice really is, that there is a whole system dedicated just to making sure that you suppress it, because they need you. Yo, guys, I guess I'm gonna have to write a blog post about the panopticon and how basically the system polices you from within yourself, and that you become a prisoner because you're afraid that someone's watching, essentially. So you essentially police yourself. So you will be the perfect woman or the perfect man because of this idea that there's someone, or there's a society that is going to exile you for not embodying those qualities. So anything that you do in society that deviates from that, you will police yourself, or others around you will police. So you will feel shame, and then the others around you will shame you for stepping out of that. So that goes with women and showing their anger. Like, we've been policed so hard by teachers, community leaders, mothers, that, showing our anger isn't ladylike. And we just need to let things go and be the more receptive one. In my opinion, your anger cares more about you than most things. Cares more about you than your anxiety. Because your anger is normally valid. So whatever upsets you, your anger is your protective response over yourself. Like, no, I would never let someone talk to me that way. And for the most part, I feel like when people are angry, it's more of like something happened to trigger said anger, versus anxiety, which can happen for almost like no apparent reason. So that's why we need to dig deep, figure out what we're feeling, why we're feeling it, and listen to our emotions and express our emotions, so we don't hurt ourselves further and put ourselves on our asses. But yeah, you're really focusing on conditioning and undoing a lot of the negative subconscious programming that society required of you. And in order for you to get back in touch with your most authentic self, you have to essentially tear it up from its foundation, like uproot it completely. And then you will actually be able to be the guide that you'll naturally feel it vibrationally. You'll be able to be the guide that you've been striving for. All right, pile 3. Hope you liked it. All right. See ya. Okay, pile 4. Wait, can you see it? All right, this is the carnelian, I believe. Yeah, so carnelian, this is your reading. All right. What do your guides... What have your guides been trying to tell you? What have your guides... Here, let's try this. Ooh. Pilgrim. Split the deck in a box. Someone wants to move on, maybe? Someone wants to free themselves. Oh, this one. The hunter. I feel like your guides are trying to tell you that you're distracted, that, you know, not everything that glitters is gold, that, you know, maybe you don't need to have a finger in every pie, that the path that you're taking is just going to make your goals longer. Oop. Yeah, it's just going to make your goals longer. You're trying to pull a Christopher Columbus. Like you're trying to go around the whole world to go to India. And your country is right next to India. What? Okay. Alright. So, I'm not even gonna... Alright, so your guides are... Not bamboozled, but... A little bit like, what? Like, they're like, okay. Okay, like, you don't listen to us half the time anyway. Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay, I'm gonna just... What does Pile 4's guides have to tell them? What does Pile 4's guides have to tell them? Lots of choices. Okay. Pile 4's guides have to... Pile 4's guides have to tell them... Okay, let's channel this. Come on, Spirit. I feel like you had to say... You had to drop a friend group. You had to drop... Okay, so pretty much everybody had to drop somebody... A friend group. I'm getting, like, multiple things. So I got friend group, third party. I got family. I got mom and dad. So some people had to let go of a family member, like had to make a hard decision and walk the other way, even though it was a lot of anxiety and judgment surrounding it. And even though you don't know where you were going or where you're going, they're asking you to connect. You keep changing directions. You keep looking back and you keep looking forward. So, like, you made a decision. Yeah, you made a decision, but you're like, half the time you're like, okay, I'm trying to get into this new vibration, And then the other half of the time you're like still looking back. Like you're still like, oh, what are they thinking of me? Oh, like you're being nosy in their energy. You want to know what they're doing, you know, you want to know how their growth is coming along. And like maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Like it's none of your business, essentially, is what is what your guides are saying. Like you need to focus on getting that money, securing the bag, getting your abundance, getting in alignment with your abundance, because you're working so hard. But I feel like you're working so hard to distract yourself. I really feel like you're working really hard to distract yourself. It's like a false sense of like a complacency, or like not a complacency, but like I get like it's like fake comfort. Like I think you feel I think you're using it as a crutch. Like the whole point of cutting this person off or these people off was so that you could step into your divinity, step into your purpose. But you're wallowing. Like doing things will make you feel better. Like you won. Like why are you sad? Because that's too many. Let's try again. Like why are you sad? Because not why are you sad? Like you're allowed to be sad, you're allowed to feel what you feel, but like this isn't the time to allow yourself. This is go time. Is what I'm saying. Like this is so you broke the cycle, right? So stop trying to get back in the cycle. It's not for you anymore. Like that cycle's old, and if that person still wants to stay in that part of the cycle, like that's their business. Yeah, if that person wants to stay in that negative thought process, look at that. Like they are okay, honey, if you're worried about a man who's like hot and cold, like he's not showing up as his King of Pentacles, his Emperor. Like this isn't somebody you need to be focusing on. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. If that's making you feel any better, like keep moving forward. Keep swimming. Do not look back. The heartbreak will end when you move forward. Like the longer you stay in this, like, I don't know, the longer you're going to experience the heartbreak. Like I know you want to like wait for them. I think low key, like that's why you're moving forward, because you think that like if I get into energetic vibration with what I want, then they will too, and we'll get what we want. But like y'all have to do it at the same time, and you can't do it for them. Like it's not, because if you're just alone manifesting them and they are manifesting you too, maybe I get that they're manifesting you, but it's not. You're back to that chasing energy that you're trying to heal from. And that needing and like your unconscious coping mechanisms for your unconscious coping mechanisms for your fear of failure. So yeah. Who the devil energy. So yes, The guides are like, yeah, you're just afraid to fail, so that's why you keep like leaning back on past energies that you've totally outgrown. It's like a baby or like somebody who just learned to ride or has decided that they I don't know. I just saw a picture of like training wheels, like someone being like, okay, it's time to take the training wheels off. And then they revert because, or like they ride on the two-wheel bike and they fall, and then they revert and they say they want to put the training wheels back on because they don't want to fall again. They don't want to get hurt again. But like the universe is just saying jump, like do it, like you will get everything that you've been asking for, that you've been dreaming about, if you just let go of this past energy and move forward. Like that's why the money's being held up, that's why everything's being held up, because you're holding you up and everything's waiting on your vibration, for your alignment to fall, to be settled into this reality. You're grounding it all, and it's trying to figure out what to give you, but you have to decide on what's best for you and what you deserve, and not think about what this other person wants, because the other person is not thinking about your best interest, because they're not doing any of the work that you're doing that's allowing you to even put them first. Like they're not putting you first, essentially. Like that's why you cut them off in the first place, because they weren't putting you first, and you deserve better than that. All right, pile 4. So yeah, your abundance is on the other side of your fear. All right. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, guys. If this reading resonated, comment below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, if you wanted to book a personal reading, the my website link is in the description box as well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Happy healing.